There is not much that makes me happier than a fridge freshly stocked with delicious snacks that I can just reach in and grab that are easy to make. And also a really quick 10-minute dinner that when I'm serving it up, my husband has no idea how much little time I actually spent making it. So join me in the kitchen today as we do all of these things, as well as turn some items that were going to go bad into something really, really delicious. So if you didn't know, wintertime is the official season of making pot roasts. This is one of my favorite meals to make, and I actually think it might be my most repeated meal that I make in the wintertime. So this is something that I will make when I have little to no time to make dinner, or I don't want to spend much time making dinner. It's so easy to thaw out a roast, cut up whatever vegetables you want. I've used so many different vegetables in this. Definitely some onions and garlic, and then season away to your heart's desire. And this will cook and simmer all day long, and the meat will be just falling apart, delicious, and everyone is going to love it. One amazing thing about slow cooked meats is that it creates something called glycine, which is an essential amino acid that is super important for our health, our metabolism, and our gut health. But the even more incredible thing about glycine is that babies need glycine during development when they are in the womb. So this is yet again another beautiful and wonderful reason to want to make pot roasts in the wintertime, especially if you're pregnant. I think this is also a great meal because it's so quick, but it has all the different elements that you want when you are making a balanced dinner. It has starches, some vegetables, a really good protein, really good fat. And this is a great dinner if you're trying to stick to a budget. You can get some tougher cuts of meat that cost a lot less than other prime cuts of meat. And in my opinion, it's better. Like, this is one of my favorite meals of all time. So I don't know about you, but having snacks on hand is definitely a must in my house, but I do not like buying prepackaged, pre-made snacks. I will on occasion if it's a super busy season of life, but I don't prefer to do it because of the added ingredients, or if the ingredients are really great, they're generally super expensive. One of my favorite snacks I've ever had, and I love them, is Perfect Bars. And I feel like these protein balls really taste very similar to the peanut butter chocolate chip Perfect Bar, which is my favorite one. And it's such an easy recipe to make, few ingredients, like minimal time. You just roll them up into balls and stick them in the fridge, and they're the perfect grab and go snack. You could even substitute them and have a few of them and have it be your lunch for the day, along with maybe an apple or some sliced cheese. So these are definitely a must, and super, super affordable as well. I would love to know, this is something that I'm thinking about maybe doing a series on either snacks or lunches, but I would just love to know what everyone's eating for their snacks and their lunches, because I love hearing other people's favorite recipes and then kind of getting to either make those in my kitchen or have a spin-off of them that I know myself and my family will absolutely love. So here is a task that I really did not want to do. I bought this 25-pound bag of beets from Azar, which is incredible. They're organic beets. It was a great deal on them, but I've done this before and then they just kind of go bad in my fridge. My fridge accidentally froze them because I had so much stuff in my fridge downstairs. And I knew I needed to scrub them and chop them and freeze them, and I just really didn't want to do it, but I told myself I wasn't going to let them go bad this time. I was going to chop them, use them up, and freeze them. Some of them had a little bit of mold on the very end of them, and I was comfortable chopping that off because they were still really fresh and firm. But if they were mushy, I definitely would have just thrown them away. But I'm so proud that I was able to get to these, chop them up, and stick them in the freezer. I definitely don't have the same amount of time that I used to when I didn't have a child. So when I do things like this, I don't know about you, but I just feel extra accomplished. It's like going a little bit above and beyond, and I know future me will be so happy when I have fresh, chopped up vegetables in the freezer to grab and just roast on a day when I don't have time or don't want to do anything. And this is such a great way to save money as well. The beets were so affordable and I was able to purchase them organic. If I was buying from the grocery store, I probably wouldn't be able to do that. So I'm just roasting them up here with some sweet potatoes and herbs. For salads, I put these on top of greens during the week. When you roast your starches ahead of time and then let them cool down, it makes something called a resistant starch. So I did this on a salad with a green goddess dressing. It was divine, so good. I know I've said divine before, but this was divine. It's delicious. The other item that was about to go bad in my fridge downstairs was the 25 pounds of cabbage I purchased also from Azar. And this cabbage has been great. I've been using it for meals, fresh coleslaw, so many different things, but it was starting to kind of fade. So I needed to take care of them. And I just went with some good old-fashioned sauerkraut. So good, so delicious. I think sauerkraut in the wintertime, I've become accustomed to eating it in the wintertime for some reason, just because I feel like, I don't know, it's just the natural cycle of like growing in the summer and then preserving it for the fall and winter. And sauerkraut is one of those things I generally make in the summer. I didn't make it this year. I made some and I think it spoiled. Something happened, but I don't have it. And so I've been really missing it. I really like serving sauerkraut on the side of meals in the winter, especially the really hearty meals. I feel like having a really bright acidic, salty, delicious fermented item really rounds out the winter meals and just makes you feel lively. It just is good for your health and good for your gut. And it's not the same without some good old sauerkraut in the wintertime. Now here's the pot roast that we made earlier. I actually made the pot roast a little bit later on in the day than I would have liked to, so it only cooked for I think 4 hours or something like that. So I would have liked it to cook a little bit longer and be a little bit more tender, but it was still so good, so delicious. My dog wanted to eat it there, so I had to push her out of the way because she just wants to eat all of our dinners and she can't have her delicious venison roast. But it was so nice to have that. It was a really cold day and we love a good warm pot roast dinner on a cold day. And then I'm just packaging up our roasted vegetables to go in the fridge to eat the next day during lunch, and getting our sauerkraut in the jar, which always is the longest part of making sauerkraut, is just kind of like stamping it down in the jar and pushing it and making sure the juices rise up over the cabbage. My daughter wanted to touch the sauerkraut the whole time. So cute. But yeah, you have to make sure the cabbage is fully submerged in the liquid or else mold will form on top. And I used to be fine. Everyone has different ideas of this, but I used to be fine with mold being on top of the sauerkraut. Like on the very top, and just like lifting it up and eating what was underneath. And I am no longer fine with that. We've had some health stuff going on and found out that we had some mold exposure that we are being treated for. And so I'm not messing around with the mold at all. So I'm really trying to be diligent in making sure all of my fermented items have zero mold and are 100% submerged. Even the top layer or the top piece of cabbage that you're not eating, I don't want any mold on that. Okay, here's our final snacky item. I made this before heading off to church in the morning. I feel like once I learned how to regularly make an item like muffins, how quickly I could throw them together and get them cooked before going somewhere. So I decided to make these fresh milled spelt blueberry muffins before going to church, and my, oh my, these were so good. I felt so much better about having the fresh milled spelt, and there's so much more protein in them than the usual muffin. My husband was like, oh, took a small bite and he was like, yeah, these are good, these are all right. And then he started to eat more of it and he was like, okay, wait, this is really good. So they were a lot lighter and fluffier than we thought they were going to be. So I will definitely be making these specific fresh milled spelt blueberry muffins regularly. All right, well, here are some of the things that we made. We ate some of the other things, but we've got our peanut butter balls, our spelt blueberry muffins, our homemade sauerkraut. We've got our roasted veggies. It was a great day in the kitchen with you. Thank you so much for joining. I post videos every single week. I would love if you liked and subscribed, and leave a comment. I want to hear from you, and we'll talk soon.